Well, Ekal is education movement in India, and it's a non-formal way of educating as compared to the standard government aided schools, and that's why it has a different mission and different way of imparting education to the tribal, remote, rural villages in India.
So basically, it's a single teacher school.
It is a single teacher school, yeah.
Now, are the school are all over the United States or in India, or?
These schools are primarily in India.
Okay.
Ekal USA is 501c3 registered organization here, which basically supports Ekal India.
Okay, so basically the money raised here can help those back at home with those schools. Now, it's a single teacher school. I guess explain that. Just one teacher per school?
Yes, that's what basically it is, and the reason that's why it is that it is not in the urban areas, it is in the remote, rural, tribal areas which do not have any access to electricity or even roads. It's very difficult to go there. So the model there is that they pick up someone who is a middle school graduate or a high school graduate, and then they train that individual into a system to impart basic primary education. And that's why, we don't have multiple teachers there, one teacher per village, per school. And the reason the teacher takes pride in doing that is simply because he feels that he is doing this for his or her own folks.
So basically, would you compare it to what homeschooling here is today, where you have a single teacher, or is it? I guess that's more of a smaller situation where a parent would keep a child home. This is more of a single teacher out in a rural area, the tribal areas of India, and they would take care of the children in that area and educate them to, I guess, assimilate them into a larger school system.
Absolutely, Jim, you said it right. Compared to homeschooling, it is the only difference is that it caters for the whole village.
That's right. That's what I was going to say.
So the students or the young boys and girls from the village are welcome to attend that school. Secondly, it is flexible in its scheduling. Like they schedule it depending on the availability of these children. Because what happens, most of the rural areas, the main income source is harvesting, doing the agriculture, and during the harvesting time these kids are expected to help their parents going to the fields, so they are not available during the daytime. So the school will start either early in the morning or late in the evening. So it is kind of very adaptable in terms of scheduling.
And obviously, because you have to work with the family and producing goods for the family, basically,
Absolutely.
and farming, I'm sure, and things of that such. Now, Cherie, I guess I want to ask you, what's this event? I guess what can people expect? It's free. It's open to the public. I know anybody can go. I guess Bollywood music, I guess, kind of set the tone and let us know what we can expect.
Jim, thanks for giving us the opportunity to talk about this Ekal program. The program itself, the music program, as you said earlier, that's at ISU, and that's on this Saturday, July the 11th. It starts at 7 p.m., and it's at the old main hall in the ISU Bone Student Center. And obviously, it's free to public, and everyone is welcome. We're very happy to have everyone come, listen to the music. Now, there are 4 musicians who have come from India, and 2 of them were here earlier, a couple of years ago, and they toured throughout USA and gave about 35 programs. And we had one in Bloomington at that time and was very successful program. This time they have brought 2 more people with them who are younger ones, and so this way they can attract the youngs and the others and provide the music that would go along with all. There is a gentleman there who is the tabla player. He is tabla is the instrument that's very similar to classical drum. And I think most people by now in USA know tabla. That's an Indian classical drum. And this gentleman, Mr. Pandey, received President of India's award for his level of competency in playing tabla. And the other gentleman is a singer, Mr. Baveja, and he's a great singer, and he will sing the different kinds of songs, both the social as well as cultural type, and also some Bollywood, that is the equivalent of Hollywood from India, the film songs and so on.
So basically, if we look at the schedule here, it looks like the classical music will be from 7 to 8. 8 to 9, you'll have an Ekal presentation, a social gathering, a little tea break, and then some raffling. I know it's free and open to the public, but this is a fundraiser, and so you are looking to raise money. Even though it's free, there are going to be some raffle. Are you going to be selling food? I'm not sure.
We are not selling the food,
Okay.
but we will offer tea and snacks free. And there will be a raffle just to get the door prize out and just to attract the people to come there. Our idea is that people should come, enjoy the music, and get to know what this Ekal, one school, one teacher system of educating the deep rural people of India or the tribal folks of India. It's a very successful program. It's run over 26,000 some villages in India. And it's been now almost a dozen years since this has been in operation, and it would not be an exaggeration to say that this could be a good bench scale, good role model project for many countries where they have to provide their rural folks some basic education.
Well, let me ask either of you: are you reaching out to the other Indians within the community here in McLean County, or are you reaching out, to anyone to help support this? Are there some local Indian population or sects of it that are not aware of Ekal?
Well, everybody should be aware.
I was going to say, just curious.
We have been reaching out to each and every individual in the Indian community in particular, and in general, as we said, is open to the public, to all our colleagues in rest of our community at large. So it's open to everybody. Everybody should know about it. As the admission is free, we are expecting a significantly large turnout. So now just to come into your question about the fundraising, like Sri Chanda explained, that we want people to be aware of what this project is all about. Most of us know here, most of the people in the Indian community, they know about it. But once they know about the project, they will come forward, and we expect them to write checks for this noble cause.
Well, good. And there's also a website, ekal.org. That's EKAL.org. Again, the event this Saturday night from 7 to 10 o'clock. It'll be at the Old Main Hall. That's in the Bone Student Center there on the campus of Illinois State University. And, gentlemen, anything else before we let you go?
Well, one of the things about this Ekal program is that it's a very grassroots kind of a program. And so even the teacher is selected from the village, as earlier Babu Gupta explained. And then even there, the next layer of management of these schools, because they are kind of bundled into clusters of 10 schools, and then another cluster of 30 schools, and then another cluster of 90 schools, and so on. And it's a very grassroots organization. But coming back to the music program, I think it should be very interesting, and even for the non-Indian or the American listeners, I think this should be very interesting, particularly the Indian drum. This guy is just amazing, and also they'll get some exposure to the Bollywood vocal music. So
all right.
We'd certainly like to see a lot of people come there.
All right. Babu?
Yeah, I would just like to leave some free entry passes, so please make some time, come out to the event.
All right, I will do. Do you want me to give those away?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we will give those away. I will be more than happy to do that for you. Babu, Cherie, we're running up against the top of the hour here, but gentlemen, I want to thank you both for coming, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you, WJBC.